coffee and conversation, where you get your information, whether local, regional, or international. Coffee and conversation, coffee and conversation, coffee and conversation.
Frank, thank you. In studio with us is our next guest. He's our real estate guru. How do you like being a guru?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that term.
I want you to meet John Burden. John's been on with us many times. He is owner of Atomic Dreams Real Estate Group, and it's good to see you as always.
Good to be here. Thank
you.
Appreciate
Hey, still hot, huh? Real estate biz?
Really hot. Oh my gosh, flying off the shelf. Yeah.
No kidding. Give us a whole market perspective right now. Give us a snapshot.
Yeah, sounds good. So inventory, meaning the homes on the market, are lower than a very, very long time. I want to say we're at about a 12-year low of inventory. Could be wrong on that number slightly, but we're very low, which means it's tough for buyers to find homes. They need to be pre-qualified. They need to be ready, know exactly what their criteria is, be set up on a search, be ready. But sellers are...
And be ready to make an offer, have your financing in place and everything. Right?
Exactly. Even a step further, I recommend you talk to your loan officer about being fully pre-approved, meaning you could close in 21 days. Makes you more competitive.
So that goes into your offer too,
Exactly.
When you find the house you want.
Right.
Make that offer and make it contingent on fully approved and closed fast, right?
You just let them know, hey, we can close faster than potentially these other buyers that you've got talking to you.
Yeah. That's important to do.
Right.
That's the environment we're in right now.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
So it is a buyer's market.
It's a
seller's market.
Seller's market, yeah, making it tougher for buyers. However, there's still plenty of homes on the market for buyers. I don't want you to get discouraged if you're a buyer.
What's the price range that's the hottest right now?
The hottest I'd say right in between that 150 to 300 kind of range. I mean,
so if you find a house in that range and you're shopping in that range, be ready to move.
That's exactly right.
Fast.
Yeah, we're even seeing, I looked at one in Rio Rancho that was 130, I think. 8 offers in one day.
No kidding.
Looking at homes like that, yeah.
So are the sellers getting above their asking price?
They absolutely are. Now, keep in mind, you still can't get the world, right? You can't expect if your home's falling apart that they're just going to buy it cash and walk away. But you're getting above market value a lot of the times.
Good to know. Okay, let's talk about buying a house. And let's say you're not making all the money in the world. You're making like $15 an hour or something like that. You can still buy a house.
You can. And this is something I'm really excited about because I'm working with a couple buyers right now that are family. And it's really exciting to be able to show them, okay, at, let's say, below $15 an hour, let's say you're making right around there. You'd qualify for approximately, just rough numbers, about 145 price range, which is pretty good price range.
That's a nice house for 145. You can find them.
You can find them, exactly.
Yeah.
And so what I'm telling my clients, though, is you really want to make sure your savings is ready because, you're not going to have extra room to wiggle, so we need at least about 3 to 6 months in savings in your account, or else you're kind of...
What kind of down payment these folks need to have?
It's a great question. So there's a program for people making below about $64,000 a year, which usually they're going to fall into that category. It's called MFA. On average, you need about $1,500 or less, kind of in that range.
Oh, which not the 10% that we thought we needed.
Right, not 5, not 10, not 20.
Yeah, that's good to know. You need to be able to show income and income source, right?
Mm-hmm, correct.
And what else do you need to have?
So you need to show that you're full-time. If you're not full-time, there's still ways we can work around that some of the time. If you've been on that job for 10 years or whatnot.
Yeah.
But then show that your credit score is at least 620. If it's not, they can still do the loan. You're just going to have a larger down payment.
Yeah. Interest rate might be a little higher too.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
There's a price for that. Right. Okay. You said there's a new program for veterans too.
There is. So something really cool. I believe the term is Blue Water Bill that Trump signed January 1st. It went into action. And what it is there used to be a limit on the price of home you can buy on a VA loan. And so now there's basically no limit if you qualify. Obviously, there's more stipulations.
Yeah.
But you can buy $1 million home for zero down if you qualify and if the lender agrees that it makes sense for you.
And John is a veteran himself, so he speaks your language.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you run into a lot of vets looking for a house?
I do. Yeah. I primarily work in a lot of the, areas closer to the base. So I work with
Sure.
a lot of vets, and
Yeah.
it's very fun to get and rewarding to get them into a home for $0 down.
Oh, I bet it is. They're thrilled, right?
It's incredible.
Oh, it must be. What part of town should we look in? What's great? What's not so great? Where do you recommend?
So it's a great question, and I want to go back to specifically these buyers that are making below $15 an hour. What I really want to focus on is making you guys that are listening aware of condos. I think condos are a lot of times people are scared of those because of the HOA fees. But for someone on a lower income, it's a great idea because let's say you have a $150, $200 HOA fee. That's going to pay for stuff like the roof maintenance, the stucco, the really expensive stuff that you might not have savings for. So Northeast Heights, Rio Rancho, West Side.
So condos, you can usually they're not going to appreciate as much as a home would, but you're never going to lose money on them.
That's exactly right. I mean, of course, if the market goes down,
Sure.
you could. However, we're looking at long term. Plan on living there for 7 to 10 years, at least 7 years, and you should be fine.
And in these condo complexes, it's like a resort. You got a pool and
It is.
Landscaping and
Right.
security gates and all that stuff.
They're really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of amenities you don't have if you have a home.
Yeah, garage. So you if you shop around, so that's one way to look at it. What about new housing? Should people look at those at all?
Sure. My opinion is if we're focused on that under $15 an hour, $16 an hour, you're probably not going to qualify for new housing just because typically they're 10, 20% more than a resale home. However, if we're looking at that like Valencia County market, down Los Lunas, Belen area,
You can look at that then.
you can look at that. I think prices are starting around 159, 160 in that area for new builds.
Okay, this is a real leading question, but it's an easy one for you to answer.
Deal.
Does it cost anything to talk to a real estate agent like you?
It's a great question. Not at all. And I'm more than happy to do, hour and a half long consultation with you, whatever you need, all the questions you have. That's why I love coming on here and just informing buyers about these different programs.
It's just about educating yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about. And if you want to list your house, John's not a bad guy to talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't mind, I mentioned basically we actually just came up with a 7-day sold or we sell your home for free guarantee. That
Whoa.
We're really excited about. Yeah.
You want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, absolutely. What we did is we partnered with another marketing team / real estate team, kind of did this partnership, and we've been having a lot of success of having multiple offers, getting them multiple offers and above market value in 4 or 5 days. And so we're able to extend that guarantee to them while we give them a guarantee of you can back out at any time because we're so confident in what we're going to do for them.
Man. One more question for you, John, because it just made me think of this. What do you need to do to get your house ready to sell?
It's a great question. And so a lot of people think in this hot market, they don't need to do anything, just put it up and it'll sell.
Yeah.
Well, buyers are still going to want to move into a home that's not falling apart, that the roof isn't leaking, that there's not dry rot, broken windows. So what I really recommend, just an easy go-to answer for you, is get a pre-sale inspection. Talk to All-Star Inspections, I can give you a list of great inspectors out there. Have them do that inspection and then go from there and fix the major items.
Yeah. But boy, I've gone through one of those. It's very thorough.
Right.
And you learn things about your house you didn't even know were wrong.
Oh, absolutely. I had a client tell me, I had no idea this window was broken. But,
They check that stuff out.
Really good.
All right, John, how do people get a hold of you?
Great question. So you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. Or just, send me a carrier pigeon. Or, you can shoot me a text at 539-0289. That's area code 505.
I think you have a busy day ahead of you, don't you?
I think so.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Hey, John, good to see you as always. Keep us up to date on what's going on.
Absolutely.
I like the trends, okay? John Burden, owner of Atomic Dreams Real Estate Group. You want to know about what's going on in the housing market, John is your guy, okay?
Join us again for Coffee and Conversation with Frank and Larry.